Hey guys, Stephanie here. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. All right, well, it is very dark and gloomy in this world we live in. So I figured I'll go blonde. I gotta be like bright or I gotta do something because, I did like my little sad tree and I'm so OCD. I've been screwing with this and like trying to rig it every way I can. It's actually pretty sad. It's like a sad little tree, but it's okay. I'm gonna redo my background anyway. And then I got like my angel. It's like, ooh, but like I got the reef just kind of like placed back there. Um, Shit's really like dark and gloomy out there. So I'm just like, fuck it, dude. You have to just find something to make things brighter. And I've actually noticed in my neighborhood, there's a ton of people who have lights and decorations out that never have before. And I was talking to someone else today and she was telling me the same thing in her neighborhood, you know? So maybe we all should try to lighten up or just turn off some things because if you really think about it, majority of anxiety and stress manifest into elements that you feel physically, whether it be disease, tumor, cancers. There are effects from stress when you live in almost a year now of flight or fight mode and survival. I mean, because you have to think about it. Since COVID came out, they made everybody think they're going to die, right? And then it turned out to kind of like be the Steele dossier, like wait, what? And now you got, people who are out in the streets right now trying to sell like, hot dogs from their restaurants because they're just trying to make some kind of money to not go bankrupt. They get arrested. You have people peacefully protesting against this madness, and because they're conservative, they get arrested. But we just watched Black Lives Matter, who the founder is very good friends with Nicolas Maduro, Venezuela, and the Dominio domino machines. It's all connected, people. I mean, wake up. I mean, if you really think about it, in this kind of aspect, we're so drenched in information, right? So there's all these big things that should be waving these huge red flags to people. Like, yo, wake up. What you doing? Wake up, dude. Like, yo. But they're just like, no, no, no. And there is a way that they have scientifically made it. They learned it through look up Rife frequencies and also ooh, like they're doing it with like binaural beats and stuff like that. There's actually certain frequencies through TV, through music that resonate certain feelings and sounds. And at the end of the day, we're all on our phone majority of the time. We're on the radio or we're in the car. There's always something going on. And it's never positive, it's always negative. We're, seeing how, people are going to face mass evictions. We see people in the thousands of food bank lines. We see all this devastation around us. But people are like, oh no, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Oz and Kim Kardashian. No, not Kim Kardashian. She's not a sellout. But like Amazing Lucas, you're a sellout, dude. They're so. Oh, but Brandon Tatum, dude, love him. Officer Brandon Tatum. If I say it slowly, comes out better. All right, like him. There's like Anthony, Brian, Logan, there's a lot of YouTubers who have sold out. There's a lot of people in the press, the media, journalism, colleges, all that. They all sold out. You see sports affiliates, all these people all selling out, right? And they're telling us, because we love our country, we love our rights, we're selfish. If you don't stay home and wear that mask and socially distance, and when you go out to eat, you better give us your ID. And we want to see your papers if you got a vaccine or not. Remember, this was for 2 weeks only, right? Only 2 weeks, right? You have had Trump had to do press conferences from the White House on only one news station that will cover it to keep trying to tell you people what's going on. But because Channel 13 says, okay, my God, people, you gotta wake up. Because what is going on is these governors, these mayors, these people, okay, they sold us out. And they're continuously selling us out. Just like on YouTube right now, they're selling us out. Okay? Basically, if I make any money from being on a free platform that can run ads on my videos, can get royalties from me, and they can run ads without paying me while they censor me and choose to do whatever they want to do. But that's kind of like you're being a pimp, dude. Like, hey ho, you could work on my channel, but when you get money, break me off. That's exactly how it is. And I hate to say it like that, but it like, oh, sorry guys. When I read that email, I was like, ugh. I was like, what do you mean it royalties? I was like, no. Royalties means like if you make excessive money. And if anybody says anything about my face, I have Bell's palsy and I get Botox to even it out. I got into a bad car accident a long time ago. I've had Botox. I haven't gotten it in almost September will be a year. So what is that, like 6 months? I don't know. To me, that's like forever ago. But whatever. So when people are like, what's wrong with her face? I have Bell's palsy, asshole. So anyways, so we've allowed our government to literally tell us Walmart's essential, Burger King, Taco Bell, all these places are essential, but not any small businesses. None. So we watched people protest like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all affiliated with the left and the Democrats, all the ones on the mainstream media holding their conferences on literally their lies. There is tons of proof of what happened in this election. Are you kidding me? They come out and they've done nothing but give everybody hell, right? Now they're saying a Taco Bell or a bagger at a grocery store who makes minimum wage, who is usually a kid, like a teenager, usually high school workers, Walmart people, Target. Now because no, yeah, once Democrats crashed the economy. Oh, good God. But they deem essential what usually teenagers, kids would work at. You know what I mean? People who don't have mortgages or child support or debt. Instead, they're like, I work at Target and I should have more money and you should pay off all my student loan debts and all my credit card debts. And like, it's so like, oh my God. No, dude, that's not how it works. Because that money has to come somewhere. You know what I mean? And mind you, these people are the ones that right now, I was in Walgreens earlier. I shit you not. I see Obama on the cover of a magazine, and I'm like, you know what? America, god damn. This should be like considered crimes against humanity, right? Right or wrong? We literally have a president who never left office, Obama. He never left. They've had Trump illegally spied on, monitored, watched, stalked, harassed. General Flynn, I mean, if you think about it, look at all the evidence in front of you. And they have the nerve to put this guy, he's got Netflix series, he's always being praised. He's out on his book tour. Then you got him and the other two stooges, Bush and Clinton. My God. Remember, he was like, no, never happened. Yeah, it did. She had the evidence on her dress. But because, Republican and Democrat. I'm so sick of this Democrat and Republican thing. You know why? Because nobody's being honest about what's really going on. We are in a war. And it's not, I mean, think about it. Since Trump got into office, he has not been left alone. And they have had no evidence. It's all hearsay. It can't be held in court. There's no actual facts. It's their feelings, their opinions, what they think, what they concluded, their theories. It's never an actual fact. But over these 4 years, it's been just constantly going to where you forget about all these little things they've been doing in the background. Not only that, they hated the police, wanted to defund them, but now they're honoring the police again. Remember when I told you they were doing the whole COVID, salute our first, essential workers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? Like, no, I went to 10 hospitals here in Houston. There was nobody here. There's nobody. Nobody. They're just collecting that money and putting it in to the city because they're going bankrupt, because they're corrupt. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when you look at it in hindsight, this is major. Like, huge. And it's always been kind of like how these governors or mayors or judges or city council people who get caught breaking their own rules. Well, I'll do better next time. When the fuck did a Republican or Trump or anybody conservative ever get an apology tour? Like Jesse Smollett. Fuck that arrogant dick, dude. He went on TV and still claimed that happened. He used police brutality in the Chicago Police Department, corruption, as an excuse to get out of his crime. Do you know the ruckus that created? Ruckus, right? Who says ruckus? Anyway, when y'all think about it, this is the media, okay? The media's been telling you forever. Alex Jones, you have all of these people that ever since Trump got elected, they're all conspiracy theorists. Oh, conspiracy. You notice how like conspiracy theories were like aliens, but now aliens are real? And it's all over everything. But if you question the government, conspiracy. People take a freaking history lesson, okay? Obama, Clinton, there's tons of evidence and proof, okay? Same with the election fraud, same with everything else, okay? There is proof in crimes against humanity over Bill Gates, George Soros, all these people. We know that these vaccine companies have zero liability. None. Okay? Just like how a drug company can come out and say Oxycontin and these pain medications are non-addictive. Give them out like TikToks. Or Tic Tacs. My bad. So you get half of America hooked on them. And then you have people now who are in pain, can't get them. These are the same 3 guys who lied. One actually got impeached for lying. And all of a sudden, oh, they're going to get the vaccine and they're going to do it nationally on TV. Are they getting the placebo one? Because you know what? I think us citizens can say, fuck you activists, fuck you lobbyists, fuck you bureaucrats, fuck you all. We, the people, have been suckered in like giving all this money to charities and all this crap that they actually launder into their own campaigns and organizations that are around taking out one side. Even though they do it pretty on TV, it's not reality. They are not facing what you're facing. Okay? So, yeah, Obama, we know, oh, yeah, oh my God, sorry, Obama. He's God. I forgot. No. I wasn't even born in America. All right? Then you have Bill Clinton who lied on TV and got impeached for lying. Bush, 9/11, I'm not going in there because the algorithms don't want to get deplatformed, even though they can make money off me. And then if I make money, they want to charge me royalties. They're basically going to pimp me out. It's like, what? And this is what liberals want. They think this is what is fair. No. Nobody can make money except for the big guys. So if Obama, Clinton, and Bush say, hey, guy, I'm going to get the vaccine. Watch us. Does that make you feel like it's safe? I'm going to do it. Media, save your souls while you can. Stop entertaining this shit. Stop it now. Because people, America, y'all got to wake up. The UN peacekeeping group, all right? Y'all got to look into Twitter and all these other social media outlets and news outlets, like all these news sources. The UN. Look up what the UN has done in foreign countries, okay? They're not for peacekeeping. Quite the opposite, okay? They are in charge of a global, like, New World Order on... I thought that was going to knock over. Oh my God. Okay, so of misinformation, because they're calling it an infodemic. Oh, I guess because people realize you're plandemic. You know, Bill Gates, patented that vaccine before we all got sick. And what's crazy is people don't realize inflation and all that's going to come. You can't just shut things down. Not only that, if they're going to shut it down, then no congressman, no senator, nobody who works for the government gets a check. If the government gets to play with our money, we get to say, no, bitch, you're on a timeout. I'm writing you up, Nancy Pelosi. You get 3 write-ups and you're fired. Why do people hold whatever the TV says or an influencer or anybody like that to a higher standard? So Obama, because he's charismatic and so you just do what he says? Really? But don't fact check it on Google, because that's Bill Gates and Zuckerberg. That's how twisted our reality is. It's become a whole matrix. And they just got the UN involved to do a infodemic. They're calling it a global infodemic, like a pandemic, but they're calling it an infodemic. So they're literally now using the UN and the WHO to say that we have an info crisis and it's affecting our health. Anyone? Like, I've been trying to tell people this stuff was going to happen. Like the minute you do, you can't give people like that power. If somebody has to manipulate you, guilt you, shame you, or make you feel bad for who you are because of what you believe in, you need to question them. And anybody who's always trying to sell you something for nothing, like, I'm going to give it to you. You need to be like, what's the catch? That is like basic human logic, yes? Not in this world. You just do what they say. Oh my God. Just to see Obama, Bush, and Clinton. And I'm thinking Hillary must be on her free, suicide hotline waiting. Like, if they don't do it, put the order in. Like, it's just like it's like her pizza parlor. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, Holly Weird, I had another actress come out trans, reading articles where 12-year-old kids are being given, 7-year-olds, 7-year-old boys and girls in California are getting shot up with hormones to like stop them from maturing as that sex. And the parents have no legal right. Like, who the fuck came up with that? And why didn't anybody say anything? What is wrong with you people? Like, we're not talking about, oh, Trump's this and Obama's this. And no, man, it's so much bigger, dude. For real. People are not thinking outside the box. There are consequences for everything. For every negative, there's a positive. For every positive, there's a negative. The pendulum always comes back in the middle. And for 4 years plus, it seems like never-ending years, the left has just dished it out. And now that it's coming their way, they're going full commie on us. They're threatening us with re-education centers and all this other stuff. When do people realize, oh crap, you really have to question things. Not in a manner of who is popular, who is unpopular, but think about like old school. If I didn't have all these other influences, well, it's a matter of right and wrong. And regardless of what political party you're on, regardless of who you like, it's right or wrong. And right or wrong is so misconstrued right now. Right now, people are protesting to keep their small businesses open and getting arrested. Mothers take their kids to the park and they get arrested. But BLM and Antifa can topple statues and, burn shit down, rob Targets, go into private gated communities and threaten to kill the animal and burn their house down, and then then the homeowners get charged because it was peaceful, like CNN does, with a burning car in the background. Nothing to see here, guys. Just get your shot. And it's so old and disgusting because the media has steadily been doing this. And it's like Obama and Clinton, they never left. They are so stuck in their ego and pride, and they are destroying our country. And all those other people like you trolls who will leave negative ass comments, you're stuck in your ego and pride too. Or you're a bot. Because regardless of how you feel about somebody or your beliefs, the fact that people go on social media, and if you disagree with somebody or you're jealous or this or that, or you're trying to get noticed, you insult somebody or say something really rude. It's like, dude, nobody asked you. Like, if you don't like what I'm talking about, click, bye, gone, bye. Like, you don't have to listen to what I have to say. But don't be a dick. And I think we have too many dicks running around. We have talk shows, radio, podcasts, this and that and that and this. And we got all these people giving all their opinions. Like Roseanne, that TV show, the other night saw an episode. She's like, oh, I'm pregnant. I don't have any health insurance. I'm going to have the baby on the couch. Dude, Trump's not trying to get rid of health insurance. And Biden is not the president, dude. What is with people? Like, read the fucking Constitution. Read the laws. Like, I don't even know what to think anymore. It's like the world of fucking retards everywhere. And I'm sorry for cussing so much. So built up in me. But think about it. Obama, Clinton, Bush, come to your house. And remember, all the people that are against Trump right now, all the people that are slandering him, saying that him and his supporters should be punished, that we should hang, that we should be put in re-education camps. Does anybody ever stop and think, maybe, just maybe, it's because they're the ones with their heads on the chopping block? Because your fate was going to be so much worse if Hillary won. Trump actually is here to help you. Yes, he may be not so lovable, but all you judgmental females out there, you probably have dated tons of guys or married one who's cheated on you or has done some more scandalous stuff like that. Same with men, same with everybody. Nobody's perfect. So get off your soapboxes and shut up. If you don't like something, just shut up. Because it's Christmas and we all should just have something to be a little more positive about. It's bad enough if you think about it. 42 million Americans are out of work. Okay? You have people going hungry, mass evictions, all this. And what is the news telling you? Obama, Clinton, Bush, they're going to get vaccines. Look up who their donors and sponsors are, their stock investments into these drug manufacturing companies. Look into their foundations. Look into the organizations they donate to. It's all related. It all goes together to that one thing. Basically, you have a group of people for decades who did crimes against humanity, especially toward American citizens. And they're doing it right now. But you guys, it's like the mainstream media. I don't understand. But you have to understand. You wouldn't know any way to look at somebody unless somebody else kind of feeds it to you. See what I'm saying? So you can meet somebody and think they're a great person. But if you have somebody over here constantly telling you, oh, this, and da da da, it's going to start getting in your head. And then if you go sit down at TV time, dinner time, phone time, and there's more people talking about it, you're eventually going to be brainwashed and conditioned into thinking that. And then if you're not, you're just going to be so worn out, you're going to give up. But we can't give up. These people know what they're facing, and it's a huge group. But we all have to stay strong and united. I don't know where I was going with this. I just forgot. But I just wanted to tell everybody, I love you so much, and I'm praying for you. And I know, there's so much going on, and it's overwhelming, but you have to remember, your thoughts and what you think and how you feel manifest your reality, regardless. Because sometimes I have to take a break from this and step back because it's so negative. That's why I was like, tonight, feeling blonde. Gonna do my lights. I need to get my eyes checked. I can't see. I don't know if it's just from the lights and looking at my phone, but I pretty much feel blind right now. But the lights are pretty freaking bright. And thank you, God, if you listen to this very end of my video. Hit that subscribe, and share. Because, if you heard Trump's speech, He declared, pretty much, he's declaring martial law. General Flynn's with him too. I mean, most people will not ever even get to the end of this part of my video. And that's why I saved like this part for the last. Um, Listen to Trump's speech. Um, all the major broadcasts, they didn't show it. But you have to remember, you can make anything sound pretty and good and sell it, right? And it could be really ugly. And you have to read between the lines of what's being said. And even though it's uncomfortable and you don't like it, still there's right and wrong. And Obama, Clinton, none of them want to be in the history books and tarnishing their legacy. Trump is a threat to that legacy. You have to remember that in that speech, Trump pretty much said there is no trust within the system, period. And we all watched it. We all seen it. Now, you have to ask yourself, how prepared are you? So, honestly, guys, like, I remember, I don't know which video it was. I think it was like a year ago when I first started doing my videos. Like, I talked about, how they were warned, the Department of Homeland Security was warning for like EMP attacks and all that. It is a huge threat. And I don't know if you guys have realized all the glitches in the internet, like my phone, like my GPS keeps going off, all sorts of like weird things like that. There's like solar flares, solar minimums, like the North Pole and the South Pole are shifting. Like people really have to pay attention to like the electromagnetic field of the planet because the planet has a natural resonance, right? So when you throw in all the electricity and like, okay, all this technology affects it, okay? Not only that, you have poles shifting. It's a lot to get into. But anyways, guys, I love you. I forget where I was going with that too. Oh, martial law. Dude, for real, I have a feeling it's coming. Like I went on Amazon today for 48 rolls of toilet paper. It was like 60 something bucks. Seriously? Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Oh, another thing. The mega lifts or whatever in Arizona, what was it? I don't know. Okay, so monoliths. All right, so check this out. Have you ever noticed everything when it comes to what they call conspiracy? It's always the alt right. I mean, if you logically think about it, step back, stay away from your phone, stay away from all that kind of stuff. You'll hear the pattern constantly. You'll hear them shift. They gaslight you. They project. They keep you in this crazy making form. And then they got their flying monkeys, which is the social media bots and Mark Zuckerberg and all them. They're fucking you in your brain. Turn it off. Well, not me. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. And I think for the party that demands accountability, they are surely the biggest hypocrites of that one. That's just like, yeah, right. They're total hypocrites. They have no accountability. Their accountability is apologizing to the citizens that they bankrupted and shut down businesses. I made a bad choice. I have to do better. Well, people are going hungry. How dare you? You're shameful. That's why people don't want your vaccines. Because you're not honest. And that's why we will win Trump 2020. Hit that like, subscribe, share. I'm just joking. Love you guys. Bye.